What's up, everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, I'm making this video to tell you guys I was wrong. I was wrong. But being wrong may be exponentially better than if I was right. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to tell you all about it. Alright guys, before I get started, let's get the obvious out of the way first. I'm obviously not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I enjoy doing TA, technical analysis, on the internet and do it publicly. I am by no means qualified to be managing your money. So please, if you trade, know that you do so at your own risk. Alright guys, I'm going to jump right into Bitcoin, and I'm going to do Ravencoin as well. So both of these coins today, and show you where I was wrong on both of them. So, looking at the 4-hour chart here in the 4-hour window on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is breaking down towards the bottom of the parallel or the ascending channel. These ascending channels are prone to breaking down. You can run this channel up, you'll run it up, and you'll get nice price movement, and it's going to break down. With that being said, I thought this was the 1 wave, 2 wave, and that we were going to get the 3 up. I may have been entirely wrong. And this is something that I've been discussing a lot with other analysis or other analyzers, especially Silverback. This might have just been impulses in a big 1 wave. So with that being said, I'm expecting Bitcoin to break down farther. This RSI here and the MACD, I think we're going to get a big swing down like this one, a big swing down into the negative on the histogram, big sell down into oversold area. I think we're going to get down to about 30 to 28 on the RSI, and you'll see we're going to likely break out of this wedge or break out of this ascending parallel channel, retest it, and fall again. So what I'm looking at on the daily is I'm looking at this was our first impulse, second impulse down, third impulse up, fourth impulse down, fifth up, was a truncated 5. It never made it back to the top of the wedge, or never made it back to the top of the, actually my top was a little farther. It was probably more like this. But the 5 was a little truncated. So the 5 impulses inside the 1 wave, this green line will show the 1 wave. The 1 wave topped out here. That puts the 1 wave at about 69% growth, which is more likely than this first wave here being at 40-something%. Makes it a healthier 1 wave, a bigger, more likely to be a true 1 wave. Now, this wave down, right now I've got the A here for the ABC correction. There's going to be a little bit of a bump up, but what's likely to happen is it falls out of this wedge a little bit, retest, and then our final fall will be hopefully down to the 50% line. The 50% line is going to be really where I target at, but if there's a big reversal pattern at the 38.2, if there's a big reversal pattern at $41,000, you know, a morning star or a big, you know, hammer, you know, it tries to sell all the way, if it gets down to 38.2 and it tries to sell all the way down close to the 50 line and then climbs back up and makes a hammer on the 38.2, that's a buy trigger for me. That's where I'm going to be. That's where I'm going to be picking Bitcoin back up. And if it falls and gets kind of in between these two, in between this range, I'm going to wait for 38. Because either way, if I wait for 38 or if I pick it back up when it touches back up to 41, I know those are safe ranges to get. Now, the reason this is so much better than I thought initially, because I thought our 3 wave was going to get up to about 58,000. If this is a 2 and we're getting ready to fall down to a 2 down to 38, our 3 wave now at this point, our 3 wave looks like 75,000. And that is a massive, massive 3 wave. 3 wave is typically your biggest run, your heaviest, your hardest hitting wave is going to be your biggest run up, your fastest run up with the least amount of corrections inside of it. Well, the amount of corrections will be the same, but you won't have big corrections to be able to really buy a dip inside that 3 wave. So if this is the case, we could still be looking at a big, big run up to $75,000 or close to $75,000. I mean, it could be as quickly, I mean, this is listed just in my drawing at September 1st. I think that's a little early. I think that's a little quick, but it could be something as early as, I'd say, mid-September looking at 75K for Bitcoin. And then of course another 4 wave down, which I haven't set up all the numbers or anything yet, but I just wanted to get the waves in place. But the 3 wave definitely would come out to be right around $75,000. Now, that affects Ravencoin in the same way. Ravencoin, looking at the 4, I was wrong on this. Initially, I drew this as a symmetrical triangle, which I didn't have enough data yet to really know if it was going to be symmetrical or descending. It was definitely descending, and it's still just barely holding that line of support at 13.5, 13.6. But this will likely fall under too. This will likely break down because, as most things go, they fall with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin falls out of its ascending channel, Raven will likely break down out of this triangle. And it doesn't mean it's going to break down and just keep going down. It could just break out and then start a new sideways pattern this way. But I was waiting for this to cool off. I was waiting for the RSI to come back down. It's around 40. I think it might get down to about 35 or so before it picks back up. And on the daily, I think I was wrong with, I thought this was a 1, 2, 3 wave. But it could very well be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 wave up. But the more likely scenario is that this is also just on the 1 wave. Now here's the really exciting news for Ravencoin. The super exciting news for Ravencoin, the creme de la creme, is that if this is the 1 wave coming down on the ABC correction on the 2, so we bottomed here, we came to the top of our triangle here in our B, our C correction will get us down to about 11.5 cents. And again, it could be a scenario where 13 cents bottoms at 38%, or the 38.2 range, or it could go down to 11.6, somewhere in that range. And these are numbers that are going to be in a ballpark. Don't take these as guaranteed numbers. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, or I would have been right the first time, every time. But if this is the ABC correction here, and it gets down to 11.6, we're looking the 3 wave to be a 50-cent Ravencoin by sometime in that same window of the middle of September. And the reason being is that this 1 wave, this first 1 wave, will have been a massive 1 wave. And it is 247% on the first wave. So 247%, we'll lose half of it, and then we're going to do 1.6 times. And that 1.6 times is going to put us around 50 cents. And this is what everybody's been waiting for Ravencoin. Everybody who follows Ravencoin, everybody who loves Ravencoin, loves the project, has been waiting for this moment. And I think it's coming. I think Ravencoin is coming to the point where it's going to get into price. It's going to fall here. And then, like I said, it's going to be either the 38.2 or the 50% range. Either one of these numbers is going to hit. And then you will see a massive, massive run for Ravencoin. And it's going to go into a new price discovery mode, and it's going to sit around 50 cents. I think 50 cents by September, October, easy peasy for Ravencoin. So guys, that's the video. I'm super excited. I'm sorry I was wrong initially, but in finding out when you're right, when you're wrong, when you make mistakes, and then you admit them, and you go back to the drawing board and you find out what you did wrong or what you potentially did wrong. This could all be wrong as well. But when you can start piecing things together and you can start learning from your mistakes, you can start making more money and minimizing your losses. I haven't been in a position to lose money on this dip that happened today and yesterday because I was waiting for the dip. I knew that some way or another, whether it be the 4th wave impulse of the 1 wave or just the ABC correction of the full wavelength, I knew a dip was coming. Either way, there had to be a dip. You don't run this high, this hard, overbought for that long. It just doesn't happen. This is going to continue to come down. This is going to continue to come down. It's going to come back down near 50 to 60 on the RSI before it picks back up again. And that is healthy. That's typical. I mean, you can't see, you'll never see anything fully above 70 for a long period of time. It just doesn't happen. So guys, that's the video for today. I hope you liked. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you always know when I go live. As always guys, until the next time, peace.